1 pitch. It's a bouncing ball left side of the infield between the short and third hole. That's into left field and a base hit. Feldman scores. They'll wave Francis around from third. She'll score standing up. Sarah Dean with a base hit. 2 more RBIs, and it's 3-0 North Fayette Valley in the lead here in the bottom of the first. So here's the 1-2 pitch, and here's a high fly ball. This is to deep left field. Paulus looks, and that ball is gone. It is Katie Batterson hitting her first home run of the season. It's a 2-run shot, and the pitcher helps herself out. They lead 6-0. And this ball is a high fly ball. This is into the right center field alley. That ball's going to roll to the fence. It'll clear the bases. Into second base is Sass. She'll wheel around second. They're going to send her to third. The ball dropped on the relay throw coming in. Sass with a stand-up triple. 2 RBIs. It is 8-0 North Fayette Valley in the lead right now. 2-2 pitch, and that ball's lined down the left field line. Fair ball, base hit, and the game comes to an end. Scoring from third is Sass. Feldman has her second RBI. She goes into second base, and this game is over. It is North Fayette Valley bouncing back impressively from their loss to the doubleheader against Southwind the other night. They win this ball game by a final score of 12-0 in 3 innings. The best softball action is on KADR. It's Tri-River Softball today on KADR in our featured matchup. Edco hosts Starmont. The Stars are a young team, especially on the mound, but it's a team that is improving. They know the challenge they face tonight. For the Vikings, 20-plus wins and a top 15 ranking. This is an experienced team that has eyes on a strong finish to the regular season. We'll bring you Game 1 of 2 with Starmont and Edco. Today's On Deck show coming up next on KADR AM 1400 and FM 96.7.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Congratulations to the class of 2024. People's State Bank would like to celebrate by depositing $100 into a new People's checking account for you. Visit one of their convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa to get your account set up and just mention this ad.
The $100 bonus will be deposited in the account within 7 business days after the account has been active for 3 months. To be considered active, the account must have a minimum of 10 transactions and posted and settled within the first 3 months of the account opening date. No minimum deposit to open account and no balance required to obtain bonus.
Offer valid through 7/31/24. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stars Viking Softball is brought to you in part by Prestige Day Spa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. We begin the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by Starmont softball coach Jake Munger. Coach, your team dropped a doubleheader to a pretty good Maquoketa Valley team on Monday night. Tell me about those games.
The first game, we played pretty well the first few innings defensively. We were throwing strikes, we were making outs, making contact with the ball, and then, we had an inning where we had some walks. We struggled to throw strikes consistently. A couple errors, and they were putting the ball in play. And it's been kind of the story of our season, just being consistent throughout 7 innings. We'll play well defensively or pitch well for an inning or two, and then sometimes the wheels kind of fall off. So we're looking just to, stay consistent, play a complete game, play a lot cleaner, be more crisp with our defensive play.
And I know, of course, you guys are a very young team. Let's talk about offensively. Who are some of the kids contributing for you?
Our seniors, Keely Curtis, she's batting right at 500, a little over, has a couple home runs, really been hitting the ball hard. A lot of extra base hits, doubles. Billy Schluter, our other senior, she was batting just over 300 earlier. She's been putting the ball in play and playing good left field for us. A couple of our freshmen, Josie Munger's batting right around 300. So we got some girls there, 3-4 girls in the top half of our lineup that are above 300. Overall, we need to be a little bit better too.
Sure.
I think right now we're batting 250 as a team, which is up from last year, but it's not quite where it needs to be in order for us to be competitive.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. Who do you look to throw in game number 1 today?
Game 1, we'll probably throw Josie. She's a freshman. She's had quite a bit of experience. It's just key for her to get ahead in the count, stay in the count, to be hitting her spots. She struggled with that a little bit lately, but hoping to get back on the right track tonight. The potential is definitely there. Just getting focused and staying focused, stay ahead in the count, working each batter the way she wants to, taking charge. You're on the mound,
sure.
You're the pitcher, take charge. So,
all right, Edco, what do you know about the Vikings?
They've got a lot of experience. They've got some seniors in their lineup. They're good hitters. They got some great pitching, and the Egglesita girl. They're a tough team. We played them close last year. In the first round of the tournament game, it was a 2-0 ball game, but with that, we were consistently throwing strikes. We put some runners on base. We need to do that tonight. We need to play good defense. Our pitching needs to be there. We need to, make the outs when we need to.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you in between games. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Starmont softball coach Jake Munger on his Stars program. The On Deck show continues after this.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit Real Farmers, Real Food, RealMeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
Stars Viking Softball is brought to you in part by Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg. Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Myers Auto Service in Monona. Clayton County Recycling of Monona, and by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. We continue the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by Edco softball coach Taylor Huber. Coach, her team now 22-10, 13-5 in the conference. Picked up a nice doubleheader sweep of Midland on Monday night. Tell me about those two games.
Those are two good wins. For some reason, Midland is they're kind of a tough team to play against. If you saw our score is 11-7, I think, and 10-4. They hit the ball pretty well, although we had a lot of strikeouts. They scored quite a few runs. But first game we scored every inning, but the seventh inning. So offensively we were really clicking, finding ways to score runs. The second game, Chloe pitched a great game, only gave up one hit. We had a couple errors, which led to a few runs, and she walked a couple, but she was pretty dominant in the circle. And we got enough runs offensively there too to put that game away. So.
All right, let's talk about some of your individuals, because a number of girls contributing for you offensively. Tell me about some of those kids.
Yeah, I think we have 3 girls now hitting above 400. Audrey, she's been above 500 all year. She just kind of dropped below. She didn't have her best night against Midland, but she's really been probably our most consistent. She hardly ever goes a game without a hit. She has gotten a little bit of her pop back here too. Lately, hitting a couple home runs in the conference games the last couple weeks. And then Rachel has really come along too. Eggle Cedar, I moved her to the top of the lineup and switched her and Claire Alvis now is batting fourth. I did that a couple weeks in the season, and I think that's been good for both of them. Rachel does a great job getting on base early in the game, and then we can run for her, or she can run and get things going for the middle of our order. Chloe Everett's been doing a lot better lately too. She's now well above 300. She had 5 hits the other night against Midland, combined both games. Claire Alvis is doing well. Really up and down the order. That's what I try to tell the girls. We are about as tough a team 1 through 9 as you're going to see. And our 7, 8, 9 hitters are all contributing and getting hits when we need them and getting on base for our top of the order. And that's what makes us, I think, more successful than a lot of these other, 1A,
sure.
1A schools like us.
I know you're getting strong pitching as well. Who do you look to throw in game 1?
Rachel will throw game 1. She usually does for us. She's been great. She's at 150 strikeouts this year. She's doing awesome. She puts teams away. She gets a lot of strikeouts, like I said, but she causes a lot of weak contact, and even, teams that hit her don't string a lot of hits together. She's able to come back from, they get a hit. She doesn't let it bother her. She comes back and strikes out the next girl, or makes them hit a weak contact ball. And then Chloe will throw the second game, and she's been great as well. That's been, after last year, she was kind of our number 3. We lost our number 2. She's really stepped into that number 2 spot and done awesome for us. So,
all right, let's talk about Starmont. What do you know about the Stars?
I was just looking at stats a little bit here. They got the Curtis girls hitting really well, so we're going to have to try to keep her off the base. The Munger girl hasn't done too bad in the circle, so we'll have to be on our A game the first game for sure offensively and try to get on base, make some things happen. Their record's not great, but we can't overlook anybody in the conference, especially with how tough our conference has been. It's hard to get wins in and night out. So.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you in between games. Good luck.
Thank you.
Once again, Edco softball coach Taylor Huber on her Viking program. The On Deck Show continues after this.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Stars Viking Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, and by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Mike Sass. We welcome you to Colesburg, and it's Tri-Rivers Conference softball today on KEDR. In our matchup, it is Starmont and Edco. The Vikings come in ranked 15th in Class 1A. They are 22-10, 13-5 in the conference. Starmont about as young as you can get. A 2-17 team, 1-17 in the conference. Let's start talking about the Stars, Coach Sass.
Yeah, you mentioned youth. I think they start 4 8th graders and a couple freshmen, so extremely young team. Got some good young players, but experience just isn't there for them.
Yeah, this is the type of conference where you can ill afford to be young. The Tri-Rivers Conference, Upper Iowa Conference, you're probably a little more successful, but you've got Calamus Wheatland, North Lynn, Edco among the teams that have been ranked. That's just on your side.
Yeah, absolutely. Their roster kind of fits in a lot better with the Upper Iowa Conference.
All right, as far as offensively, they're getting some good years from Keeley Curtis, the shortstop. Leadoff hitter, Josie Munger as well. The pitcher batting third, Billy Joe Schleter, the left fielder, bats cleanup. All of them have had some good seasons so far.
Yeah, those three have done a really nice job for them. They're going to need a little bit more production out of the bottom of the order to score some runs here, but the top of the order has kind of done their job.
Now, as far as pitching-wise, they have thrown 2 freshmen and an 8th grader much of this year, and Josie Munger will get the start tonight. She is 2-6 on the season, has appeared in 12 games. She has really been their top pitcher, has thrown 56 innings. Again, the walk's not bad at 28. She has struck out 48, so she's averaging nearly a strikeout an inning. But teams have been able to put the ball into play against Starmont, and what has happened is they've just had that one bad inning, whether it's defensively or teams hitting the ball, that has just doomed them in a lot of games, which you get with a young team.
Absolutely. That's right where I was going with that. They just need that experience, and that's just something you can't teach. You just got to be a little bit patient with that, and it'll come, but it can be frustrating at times.
One thing we know is last year in the tournament, they played one of their best games that gave you hope for the season ahead, and not only this season, but future seasons, as they lost a 2-0 game against Edco in the regional tournament last year, with a lot of those younger kids getting their first start. We mentioned there's 4 newcomers this year, but they know they can play with anyone if they put it all together.
REC, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe, especially during planting season.
Like we said, a ranked team, so that gave them some hope for the future, and like bringing in 4 new 8th graders, they're still kind of building for that future.
For Edco, this is the team that Starmont hopes to be in a couple of years. The Vikings are an experienced team, a lot of depth in their varsity lineup.
Yeah, Edco's just had an outstanding year. We've seen them the last year or two, just kind of building to this. We mentioned they started a bunch of sophomores, and a lot of them played as 8th graders. So like you said, that's what Starmont hopes to be in about 2 to 3 years.
Their top hitters, Claire Alvis and Audrey Helmrichs, the 3 and 4 spot, along with Rachel Eckelceder, the leadoff hitter. Caitlin Hahn has done a good job at the number 2 spot. Let's talk about the power bats, though. Let's start with Alvis and Helmrichs. Each of them have some success with the long ball and driving in runs.
Yeah, they're definitely the RBI producers on this team. A lot of power in that 3-4 spot. Wind blowing in tonight, so I don't know if we'll see any home runs, but they can sure hit it hard.
Yeah, Alvis batting .435, and Helmrichs just saw her average drop a little bit below 500, but she has 27 RBIs. Claire Alvis has 25 RBIs, and Chloe Everett has been a good hitter for them as well, along with Rachel Eckelceder. Eckelceder being moved to the leadoff spot as the season has went on here.
Yeah, when we've really seen her development throughout the years as well. As an 8th grader, she came in, was a good pitcher for an 8th grader, but an 8th grader, and has steadily become more dominant in the circle, and has become a better hitter as well.
Pitching-wise, Rachel Eckelceder is their top pitcher, but Chloe Everett is a close number 2. They've got a couple of sophomores that have done well for them. Eckelceder gets the start in game number 1, and the numbers are staggering. 113 innings, only giving up 71 hits. She has walked 31, so that hasn't been an issue, and 174 strikeouts. She's averaging almost a strikeout and a half per inning.
Yeah, I think this will be the best pitcher we've seen this year, and like I said, we've seen her the last couple of years, and she was a good pitcher as an 8th grader, and it just continues to get better.
All right, the other thing is, this was just announced within the last hour. The girls' tournament pairings are out. Starmont goes to Clayton Ridge in Class 2A in a first-round match, which I believe is Monday, July 8th, and that is a 5 o'clock start. Meanwhile, in Class 1A, Edco actually gets a bye, and they await the winner of who?
I believe it would be the winner of West Central and Turkey Valley, and I'm not sure if those teams possibly split during the year, but 2 even teams there that will Edco will get the winner of that matchup.
So Edco will host on Wednesday, July 10th, is their first-round ball game here in Colesburg. That's a 7 o'clock start where they await the winner of that ball game. Meanwhile, If Edco should advance, they would get another home game in the regional semifinal, and on the other side, a possible matchup in the regional final with North Lynn, which how many years in a row have they played now?
Yeah, those two teams know each other well. Edco and North Lynn did split this year, so that should give Edco some confidence if that ends up being what it is.
So we're in the final 2 weeks of the regular season for softball. We'll take a break. When we return, first pitch from Colesburg. With Starmont and Edco, let's take this time out.
At Al McKee Clayton REC, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe, especially during planting season. If your equipment contacts a power line, back away. When you can't back away, call or radio for help. If you must jump clear of the equipment, do not touch the ground and the equipment at the same time. Report potential power line hazards today. At Al McKee Clayton REC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Al McKee Clayton REC, your touchdown energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Stars Viking Softball is brought to you in part by J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by the Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC. This is KEDR AM and FM, Elkader, Iowa. Beautiful day here in Colesburg, sun shining bright. We're in the shadows here in right center field as the sun starts to make its way over part of the outfield. The Vikings, the home team, black bottoms, gray tops, Vikings there in yellow across the front. Meanwhile, for Starmont, white bottoms, uniform pants there and white top. They've got the stars across the front of their jersey. For Starmont, Keely Curtis, the shortstop, bats leadoff. Julia Kruger, the third baseman, bats second. Josie Munger is the pitcher, batting third. Billy Joe Schleter, the left fielder, bats cleanup. Lexi Popham, the second baseman, bats fifth. Benelli Meyer is the catcher, batting sixth. Madeline Wessels, the first baseman, bats seventh. Lexi Anderson, the center fielder, bats eighth. And Allie Curtis is the right fielder, batting ninth. Rachel Eccleseder fires the first pitch of the ball game. Swinging through a rise ball is Curtis, and we are underway. The count is 0-1. For Edco defensively, Caitlin Hahn in left, Campbell Kirby in center, Marin Gall is in right field. We'll go around the horn defensively in just a second. 0-1 pitch, tried to check her swing. They'll appeal to first base, and she did not go. The pitch is high. The count is 1-1. Curtis stayed back. Chloe Everett is at third, Claire Alvis at short, Emma Stainer is at second with Lauren Kirby at first base. The catcher is Audrey Helmrichs, and again, Rachel Eckelceder, the right-hander on the mound for Edco. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 pitch at the knees. It's low and outside. The count is 2-1. Our umpires for tonight's ball game, Al Hermsen and Mark Schleichman doing this ball game tonight. And the count is 2 balls and a strike to the Starmont leadoff hitter. 2-1 pitch, jammed inside, fisted up against the fence, and the count goes to now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keely Curtis, sparkling average, 21 of 39. She has a .538 batting average and leads the Stars offensively from the leadoff spot with 13 RBIs. An experienced player for Starmont. 2-2 pitch inside, and that pitch called strike 3 on the inside. Eckelceder's first strikeout. Curtis caught looking, and it's out number 1 here in the top of the first.
Yeah, just a great pitch by Eckelceder there, right on that inside corner, and kind of froze her.
So we see Eckelceder already moving things around, and as we mentioned, this is just her 3rd year as a varsity player, but an experienced arm for Edgewood Colesburg. Brings up Julia Kruger, the third baseman, who fouls off the first pitch back, and the count is 0-1. Kruger is again the third baseman, and batting averages-wise, 10 for 31 with a .323 batting average from the number 2 spot. So the Stars have some hitters, especially at the top of the lineup, that can put the ball into play. 0-1 pitch inside, backing away is Kruger, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. So the crowd continues to roll in. They are playing 2. We are just bringing you game number 1. It is windy with the wind blowing in pretty much from right field. Ball fouled up the first base line, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So you mentioned it's going to be tough to get a ball to go out to, especially to right or center field today. Might catch a break to left field.
Yeah, left field would be your best shot. But yeah, we see the outfielders playing pretty shallow. They know, they understand the wind is blowing in.
And by the way, Edco has 4 home runs on the season. Pitch at 1-2, fouled up against the backstop, and we'll do it again with a ball and 2 strikes. But this is a perfect place to do a ball game. I don't think we've ever had bad weather over here in all the years at Colesburg.
It's been nice.
And we know we'll be here in the tournament July 10th, and hopefully a couple of nights after that. 1-2 pitch, rise ball that stays too high, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm trying to get her to chase something there.
And when you get ahead of the count, good things happen, right?
Yep.
And gives you all sorts of advantages, which is what Coach Munger talked about for his young pitchers. 2-2 pitch, swinging through the inside pitch there is Kruger. So that's 2 up and 2 Ks quickly here in the top of the first.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of strikeouts tonight, I think.
Josie Munger is now up to bat, and that, by the way, would be a bad sign for Starmont in this ballgame. They wanted to put the ball into play.
Yeah, especially from the top of their order here.
Munger, just over a .300 average. That is, on the season, 15 of 49. Takes a pitch inside at the knees, and the count goes to 1-0. So 2 outs quickly here in the top of the first inning. We did start right on time tonight. First time all year. 1-0 pitch fouled down the first base line. That'll clear the Starmont dugout into the garden of a neighbor, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
That garden's got to take a beating with foul balls.
Perfect range that every foul ball is pretty much a magnet to that. So 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Count goes to 2-1. A Starmont player, usually when it's hit on that side, you go get the ball. But a Starmont bench player took about 3 steps out of the dugout and decided, I'm not going to fight through the garden. So there's a couple of kids that are in there now looking to get that foul ball and being helped out by a fan. 1-2 pitch, slow bouncing ball up the third base line, but it will roll foul about halfway up the line, and easily going to get it there is Everett, and we'll do it again now with the count, a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Eckelceder working ahead again here.
And they continue to look for that softball, by the way. Now I understand why that Starmont bench player, I'm not going to go through that stuff. 1-2 pitch, popped up. Eckelceder falls in front of the plate. She's able to get it. The throw to first, not in time. It's slow pop-up that went about 6 feet in the air, landed about halfway between the mound and the catcher, and it rolled actually to the catcher, so it'll be an infield single for Munger as Eckelceder picked it up charging in.
Yeah, just kind of some weird spin. It just sat there kind of like a golf shot, and then Munger with good speed down the line beats it out.
Billy Joe Schleter, the cleanup hitter up to bat, takes the pitch low. It scoots by the catcher Helmrich. That'll go as a pass ball, and Munger, we were questioning whether or not she would try to steal against the outstanding arm of Helmrichs, but is moved over on the pass ball. So Billy Joe Schleter took the pitch downstairs, and the count is 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Schleter fouls it up against the backstop. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, now if you're Starmont, you got a chance to get a run here. If you can put the ball in play, Munger's got good speed. You never know.
We saw this last year in the tournament. They were actually able to put some pressure a few times against Edco in that game. Didn't score. 1-1 pitch inside at the knees, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. But Eckelceder, as we mentioned, you can see her moving things over. They did, by the way, find that foul ball. I wonder if you get a quarter or a nickel anymore when you find foul balls.
The thing at slow pitch games.
Here's a ball that is lined. Second baseman able to knock it down to the right there in Stainer, but the throw to first, it is not in time. And the throw gets by the first baseman, Kirby, and scoring from second base will be Munger. So it's a base hit on the play, but a throwing error to first base gets Starmont on the board here in the top of the first.
Yeah, so just like we were talking, put the ball in play, Munger with good speed, you never know, and they end up scoring the first run.
And that's a case where the ball to the right of the second baseman Stainer, but with the speed of Schleter, able to beat that out. And once the ball was bobbled by Stainer, she'd been wise to just eat it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lexi Popham is up to bat, the second baseman. So Schleter's at first base, took the first pitch for a ball, swings through a rise ball there, and actually the count goes to 0-2. The first pitch was a strike. So Starmont on the board here. The start they're looking for. Popham is 14 of 51. That's a .275 batting average. And here is the 0-2 pitch. Swings right through a pitch at the knees. So Eckelceder ends up striking out 3 in the inning, but the Stars get a run. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 1. We've played 1/2 inning. Starmont strikes first, leading 1-0.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work. So Starmont strings together a couple of hits, and they do it, by the way, with 2 outs to lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the lineup for Edco. Rachel Eckelceder, first pitch, it's a bouncing ball that's into center field as the shortstop Lexi Popham reached to her left, could not get to it. Eckelceder, who has an outstanding average this year of 39 for 97, batting .402, keeps that average above 400 with a leadoff single on the first pitch.
Yeah, we've really seen her develop as a hitter in the last 3 years.
We'll have a courtesy runner in for Eckelceder. Here's the rest of the lineup for the Vikings. Caitlin Hahn, the left fielder, bats second. Audrey Helmrichs, the catcher, bats third. Clara Alvis, the shortstop, bats cleanup. McKenna Hofer, the designated player, batting fifth. Marin Gall, the right fielder, bats sixth. Chloe Everett, the third baseman, bats seventh. Emma Stainer, the second baseman, bats eighth. Campbell Kirby is the center fielder, batting ninth. Lauren Kirby, playing first base, is the number 10 player in the lineup. Brings up Caitlin Hahn. We'll let you know who the courtesy runner is in just a couple of seconds for Edco. The officials able to reset everything. So Caitlin Hahn is 31 of 86. She's batting .360. Here's a pitch that is in the dirt, and she's hit by the pitch. And Edco had the girl off and running there. And standing into second base is number 1. And I believe that is going to be Knipper for Edco. So Knipper is the courtesy runner. That is Kara Knipper. And she moves into scoring position as Hahn hit by the pitch. And Edco has 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, great start for Edco.
And up to bat comes Audrey Helmrichs, their leading hitter. Looks to squirt a bunch. She's taking all the way. It's a double steal. The ball goes off the catcher Meyer off her glove. It'll go as a pass ball, and everybody moves up 60 feet. So Helmrichs is 47 of 94 on the season, at least before the last ball game. Batting .500, leads the Vikings in RBIs with 27. One of the top players in the Tri-Rivers Conference has an RBI opportunity. Checks the swing. It gets by the catcher there off the glove of Meyer, and scoring from third easily is the courtesy runner in Knipper. So Edco, 2 batters in, ties the game up. That ends up being a wild pitch, and Hahn advances to third.
Yeah, it didn't take long for Edco to tie the game up. Catcher's having a little issues there.
And here is now the 2-0 pitch, 1-1 rather, as Helmrich squared the bunt and took the first pitch for a strike. The last 2 pitches have missed outside. So it is now a ball into strike, actually. That was the first pitch. It's 2-1. That is the count. 2-1 pitch. It's upstairs. I believe 3-1. Is that the count now?
That's what I've got, yep.
Yeah, so 3 balls in a strike as we get caught up on Helmrichs. So if you're a Munger, even though it's 3-1, you don't necessarily want to give in here to Helmrichs. 3-1 pitch, slow bouncing ball. Third baseman Kruger bobbles it, picks it up, and they call a foul ball. She's just over the line. At the third base side, moving her way in, was the third baseman Kruger. Foul ball, we'll do it again. Tough angle for us to see that foul ball.
Absolutely, yeah.
As you look at left field line, it goes kind of down. Ball popped up in the infield. Munger goes out of the circle, moves to the left, and makes the play. So Munger comes back on a 3-2 pitch, wins the battle. Helmrichs pops out to the infield, back to the mound. Hahn stays at third, and it's out number 1 here in the first.
Yeah, that's a great out by Munger there, down 3-1 in the count, and able to get the put out on the big hitter from Edco.
Claire Alvis up to bat, 37 of 85 on the season, batting .435, and hits a deep fly ball that is hooking down the right field line. That'll make it out of play about halfway down the line. Stays past the garden, and the count is 0-1 to Claire Alvis.
Yeah, you really see the effect of the wind there, too. I thought that was going to be a lot deeper, and the wind just kind of pushed it down.
Alvis, 25 RBI, second on the team for Edco, and takes a changeup and swings right through it. Nice recognition by Munger on the changeup. That was outside, and the count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, got her way out in front of that one.
And Munger mixing things up, which she's going to have to do in this ball game tonight. 1-1 pitch is a high fly ball, shallow right field. It's hooking, and the ball will be going foul as the second baseman Popham gave chase, and it's out of her reach. Billy Joe Schleter in left field, by the way, for Edco. Lexi Anderson in center. Allie Curtis in right. Around the horn defensively, Julia Kruger at third. Keely Curtis is at short. Lexi Popham at second, who just gave chase to that ball. Madeline Wessels is at first. Benelli Meyer, the catcher. And again, Josie Munger is on the mound. 0-2 pitch to Alvis. It's upstairs, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So there's 1 out, bottom of the first inning. We're tied at 1. Hahn is over at third base after being hit by a pitch and advancing on a couple of pass balls. 1-2 pitch to Alvis, takes it outside and away, and the count goes to 2-2.
A couple of good pitches there by Munger. See if you can get her to chase for that strikeout.
And doing a good job moving things around. So we're evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, and that ball's lined. Giving chase is the center fielder. It's over her head, and Anderson, it's going to roll to the fence. It's extra bases. Scoring from third is Hahn. Alvis waved around from second. The cutoff throw gets by the cutoff person at second base, and going to third base is Alvis. It's a double moving in there for an RBI, and the Vikings have a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by Alvis there. Just roped it into right center.
And, she's going to get credit for a triple on that, because they did not have a chance on that throw to the cutoff, whether Popham would have caught it or not. Alvis was going to get to third base.
I think so. She had already rounded second by that point.
So McKenna Hofer now up to bat, the designated player. First pitch fouls it out of play, goes over the Starmont dugout at the first base side, and the count is 0-1. McKenna Hofer has been a steady bat this year, 24 of 82. 293, that's a 293 batting average, but she is third on the team, right with the other girls at 17. Change up, swings right through it, scoots by, and they call a foul ball. She got a piece of it on the change up, and it's scooted by the catcher Meyer, but it's a dead ball there, and the count goes to 0-2 to Hofer.
Yeah, change up has been a good pitch for Munger. I wonder if we might start to see that a little bit more.
We see Edco being very aggressive early in this game. 0-2 pitch, this is a pop-up, second baseman backpedaling into the infield, and Popham able to camp underneath it and makes the play. Second infield pop-up, and the runner Alvis stays at third. So a good job by Munger. Twice she's gotten 2 of the leading hitters for Edco to pop up in the infield.
Yeah, absolutely, and really battled with Alvis, too. If they can get this third out, I think they'd be okay going down 2-1 after 1 inning.
Marin Gall, 21 of 75, and a 280 batting average, has 14 RBIs, has 1 home run. Alvis has a home run, and Helmrichs has 2. Those are the 4 home runs for Edco this year. Takes the pitch. It's a called strike on the outside. The count is 0-1. Alvis at third base, 2 outs, 0-1 pitch, changeup, and that pitch just missed. Oh, it's a called strike. Late call there by our home plate umpire, but right on top of it, the count is 0-2. So Munger continues to mix in that changeup rather frequently, which is good. 0-2 pitch to Hofer, and that ball's lined into center field. That's a base hit and an RBI. They've scored 3 in the bottom of the first. Marin Gall with a solid single up the middle, and scoring from third is Alvis.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Gall there. Just take it right back up the middle.
And that brings up now Chloe Everett, the third baseman. Chloe Everett this year, batting average has been certainly outstanding for them as well. 25 of 83. She's over 301. Lines this pitch over the first base dugout. I think every Edco batter that has been up here has fouled off the first pitch to the right side of the field. The count goes to 0-1. Everett has 20 RBIs on the season. Her batting average this year, just over 300. Takes the pitch outside, called strike though, and the count goes to 0-2. So Munger getting ahead on the count. Gall at first base, and the count 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and a good job by Meyer moving over to her right because that ball short hopped her.
Yeah, that was a real good scoop by the catcher there.
So we do it again with a ball and 2 strikes. Vikings have answered here in the bottom of the first inning with 3 runs. And the pitch, and that ball lined on the right field line. Giving chase is Allie Curtis, and that ball going to hook foul about halfway down the right field line. Curtis, who did some outstanding film work for us over at Starmont this year in the basketball tournament.
There you go, multi-talented.
Playing right field tonight. Gave a good chase there. A ball and 2 strikes. And, of course, you have 2 Curtis girls in the lineup for Starmont. Keely Curtis is a senior. And the pitch, a rise ball that sails upstairs over the head of Meyer. That'll be a wild pitch. And Gall moves over 60 feet into scoring position. So 3 runs so far in the inning. Edco has 3 hits so far. And Everett is now the 7th batter to hit this inning. Takes a pitch inside, and it goes to a full count now at 3-2. First time Munger has went to a full count on anybody.
Yeah, she's done a good job getting ahead, throwing strikes. Don't want to lose the hitter now.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Everett. 3-2 pitch, and that ball lined down the first base line, but foul on the right side of first base. And as I say that, they could call a fair ball. It is a fair ball and a base hit and an RBI. So it looked like the ball hooked foul, but must have went past the bag and just landed fair. Our home plate umpire made the call. Gall scores from second. It ends up being a base hit and an RBI. 4-1 Starmont in the lead.
Yeah, right down the line there. Tough for us to see, but it was close.
It was to the left of the first baseman Wessel, so it just hugged the line. So Emma Stainerd is now up to bat. 4 runs in the inning. Emma Stainer is the number 7 hitter in the lineup, 14 of 60. As you get to the bottom of the lineup, this is a team that is improving at the bottom of the lineup. First pitch was a strike, this one outside for a ball. The count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, that's one thing we've noticed with Edco this year. They seem to be hitting the ball a little bit better.
So Emma Stainer now waits with the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and that's going to scoop by the catcher. As a matter of fact, it hits Stainer on the leg. That is the second hit batter this inning. Everett goes to second base. There is still now 2 on with 2 outs. And Campbell Kirby is the number 9 hitter up to bat. Campbell Kirby this year is batting 20 of 72, 278. First pitch takes it outside, and the count goes, it's a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. In softball, they're a little deliberate with their balls and strikes, but are we a little more deliberate tonight?
I was going to say, I think he definitely takes his time back there with that call.
So the count is 0-1. 0-1 pitch, that's at the knees, inside, goes to a ball and a strike. So 2 on with 2 outs for Edco, 4 on the board. Starmont thrilled to score in the top of the first after being shut out the last 2 games against Mac Valley. Trying to stop the bleeding here. And here's a pitch that goes by the catcher, Meyer. And that'll go as a pass ball. Everett moves to third. Stainer goes to second base. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Campbell Kirby. Kirby is the 9th player to bat this inning. We have started our last 2 ball games with teams in the first inning batting around. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, swings right through it. And that is now the second strike. Scoreboard wasn't right.
Yeah, 2-2 now.
So evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Kirby, and I should know by now to never rely on the scoreboard. 2-2 pitch. There's a changeup just outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes, but a nice location by Munger.
Yeah, good spot. Hitter gave it a long look, just a little bit outside.
So full count, with 2 on to Campbell Kirby. 3-2 pitch, pops it up. Munger takes a step back of the mound, calls for it, makes the play for the third out of the inning. But for the Vikings, 4 runs in the inning. They do it on 4 hits. They leave 2 in scoring position. We've played 1. 4-1, Edco.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Stars Viking Softball is brought to you in part by Prestige Day Spa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Top of the second inning, and already up to bat here is Benelli Meyer, and quickly the count is 0-2 to Meyer. Meyer, along with Madeline Wessels and Lexi Anderson, 6, 7, and 8 in the Edco or Starmont lineup to lead things off in the second. 1-2 pitch, swinging right through the rise ball is Meyer. Strikeout number 4 by Uncle Cedar, and it's out number 1 here in the second. And Benelli Meyer was 5 of 36 batting-wise, so you get to the young kids at the bottom of the lineup. And those averages continue to, again, get better as the season goes on, but just looking for some production. Madeline Wessels, the first baseman, is up to bat. Swings right through the first pitch there. The count is 0-1. Wessels, 9 of 47 on the season.
Yeah, and these young 8th graders are seeing one of the better pitchers in the area.
And she's just going to challenge them, throwing right now a hard ball right by him and swinging through that pitch as Wessels. Count goes to 0-2. Now you've got a 4-1 lead, so you don't want to mess around with the bottom of the lineup. 0-2 pitch, and swinging right through it there is Wessel. So that's the 5th strikeout for Ecclescedar. And it is out number 2 here in the second very quickly.
Yeah, I think, like we said, Ecclescedar's going to go right at him, try and get through this inning quickly here.
And that will bring up Lexi Anderson, now the center fielder. Anderson is the number 8 hitter. And Lexi Anderson this year, batting-wise, 5 of 38. So again, another one of these youthful kids at the lineup. So it takes a pitch inside. That's a called strike. The count is 0-1. Allie Curtis, you've got an 8th grader waiting on deck. So again, bottom of the lineup for Starmont, just looking for any type of production. Find a way to get on. 0-1 pitch, swings right through that inside. The count is 0-2, and UC Eccleston are not even messing with a changeup.
Yeah, and these Starmont girls are taking some nice, healthy cuts. It's just it's tough to hit Eccleston.
Yeah, everything moving. So 0-2, not quite an immaculate inning. She did throw one ball to the leadoff hitter this inning. 0-2 pitch, it's a rise ball. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. What I mean by an immaculate inning, in case you're unfamiliar, and I know you know this, Coach Sass, but 9 pitches and 3 strikeouts.
I think we saw that once last year.
I think it was Edco, too.
I think so.
Pitch inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we're evened up. 2 quick outs, top of inning number 2. Edco leading by a score of 4-1 in this Tri-Rivers matchup. And Ecclescedar now, the 2-2 pitch, swinging right through the inside pitch is Anderson. Ecclescedar strikes out the side as the Stars go down in order. We've played an inning and a half. 4-1 your score. Edco in the lead.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader today.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Batter up. Step up to the plate and score big with People's State Bank. Hit a home run with our People's Checking account. No monthly service charge and no minimum balance required, and also packed with perks. Swing into action with a free ATM debit card, your initial order of checks, and access to our convenient online and mobile banking. And here's the curveball. We'll even refund ATM surcharge fees up to 3 times per month. Don't strike out with high fees. Join People State Bank and keep your financial game on point. People State Bank, member FDIC.
So we now go to the bottom of inning number 2. And for Edco, it's the top of the lineup up once again. Rachel Eckelceder, Caitlin Hahn, and Audrey Helmrichs. 4-1. Edco in the lead. Starmont scored in the first inning, went quietly in the second, and then scoring in the bottom of the first inning was the Vikings. So here we are in bottom of inning number 2. Eckelceder singled and was replaced by a pinch runner in the first inning. And that was again Knipper who scored. Takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. So Edco got off to a tremendous start in the bottom of the first inning offensively. Josie Munger on the hill for Starmont, second inning of work. And the 1-0 pitch to Eckelceder, it is low, scoots by the catcher Meyer, and the count goes to 2-0. Munger did a pretty good job getting ahead in the first inning, but again, Edco, a pretty good hitting team up and down the lineup.
Right, yeah, she's throwing a lot of strikes, no free passes. Edco's just hitting the ball.
2-0 pitch, Eckelceder takes it high and outside, and the count goes to 3-0. The big thing is for Starmont not giving free passes. As we say that, the count is 3-0, and that has been a problem from time to time. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way is Eckelceder. It's a strike on the outside, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. And then you add some walks, and then you maybe don't make a couple of plays defensively, and there's a crooked number up on the scoreboard. 3-1 pitch, it is low in the dirt, and Eckelceder reaches base for the second time. That's a leadoff walk here in the second. First walk issued by Munger, though she has hit 2 batters. Caitlin Hahn, the left fielder, is up to bat. Hahn, one of those players, hit by a pitch and scored a run. Knipper will come in as the courtesy runner for Eckelceder. Eckelceder has done some running this year, as has the catcher Audrey Helmrichs, so they don't always use a courtesy runner. But leading 4-1, and some of those hot days, though not the case today, your catcher and pitcher need a breather.
Yep, and getting towards the end of the season, you want to keep them fresh.
And off and running on the pitch, by the way, is Knipper, and the throw to second, it is not in time. Taking the pitch for a strike was Hahn, but a great jump there off the bag by Knipper to move into scoring position.
Yeah, showing real good speed there.
And Edco is going to be the type of team that's going to be aggressive until you can show that you can throw them out. So Hahn took the first pitch, looks to bunt, pushes it right back to the mound, fielded by Munger, second baseman covering the bag, pop him, they get the out there. Hahn moves the runner to third base on a bunt attempt there. That was a well-placed bunt towards the right side of the infield, at least to our right, and Munger had to go over to the right to get the play.
Yeah, that was just well executed on both sides there. Got the bunt down well, sacrifice, and a great play by Starmont to make the out.
Audrey Helmrichs is up to bat, popped out to the pitcher. So Hahn, runner was already in scoring position, so moves over to third base in Knipper. And the first pitch was a ball to Helmrichs. Here's a bouncing ball right back to the mound. She looks the runner back and then goes to first. They get the out there. Knipper goes on the throw to first, slides in safe behind the tag from Meyer. The ball hit back to the mound, and Munger gave more of a glance to third. Hahn kept her secondary lead. When the throw went to first, they got the out there for out number 2. Helmrichs the RBI, but racing in from third is Knipper, safe at the plate.
Yeah, just real quick look to first, but wasn't quite enough to keep her there.
And that brings up now Claire Alvis with nobody on and 2 outs. 5-1. Vikings now in the lead. And Alvis, it's a high fly ball. Shallow right center field. Center fielder Lexi Anderson comes over, makes the play towards the edge of the infield, stumbles, but hangs on to it for the third out of the inning. But for Edco, they pick up a run. They do it without a hit. They leave nobody. We have played now 2 innings, and it's 5-1. Once again, Edco in the lead.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Stars Vikings softball is brought to you in part by Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg. Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. LTI and Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Myers Auto Service in Monona. Clayton County Recycling of Monona, and by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. So we go to the top of the third inning, 5-1. Edco leads Starmont. Allie Curtis, the number 9 hitter, then Keely Curtis, followed by Julia Kruger to lead things off, 9-1-2 in the lineup once again here for Starmont. Allie Curtis, an 8th grader, takes the first pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. And the 0-1 offering to the number 9 hitter. It's a rise ball, stays high. Count goes to 1-1. Allie Curtis, 4 of 30. Again, this is an 8th grader in the lineup for Starmont. 1-1 is the count. A correction on who scored, who's pinch running for Eccleston as the pitch is high and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. But actually number 7, Faith Dugan.
Yeah, 1 and the 7 look pretty similar on the back of the jersey.
So
there.
Faith Dugan has been the courtesy runner twice and scored 2 runs. 2-1 pitch and a rare 3-1 count now here. She works high to Curtis.
Yeah, you don't want to walk the 9 hitter.
Yeah, again, walks haven't been much of a problem this year. 3-1 offering to Curtis. It is high, and it is ball number 4. So does indeed walk the number 9 hitter. And that brings up Keely Curtis now as Allie Curtis reaches on the walk. Keely Curtis, a strikeout victim in the first inning. The 6 outs have all been recorded via the strikeout for Edgewood Colesburg and Rachel Eccleston. So the officials, you see a sign coming from the second baseman to the outfielder right in the right fielder there. And you see the pat of the head to the second baseman to the right fielder?
I'd missed that.
So talking here, and by the way, Coach Munger taking time to talk with his senior up the line. And do we have a substitution coming in here?
Yeah, we had a pinch runner.
All right, so this would be for Allie Curtis. This is the only bad thing about doing games in right center field is the umpires don't walk it out here to let us know who's being replaced in the ball game. So this is a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner, a pinch runner, and the pitch is high, and I believe it is number 8 coming in to run, and that is Shepley. So Shepley is the runner. Rylan Shepley is the runner for Allie Curtis. First pitch was high, tried to check her swing and going, and not able to hold it back was Curtis. The count goes to 1-1. Curtis, a strikeout victim back in the first inning. So a runner on, nobody out, top of the third inning for the Stars. Eccleston, they look to bunt, and that bunt is foul as it hit the batter in the batter's box there. It hit Curtis, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Starmont, being down 5-1, still can play for a run here.
Absolutely, yeah. Another run go a long way here.
So the count is evened up. Actually, at 1-2 is the count. 1-2 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Curtis. It is strikeout number 7 recorded by Eccleston, and it's out number 1 here in the third. Twice she has gotten the leadoff hitter for Starmont with the strikeout. Julia Kruger now up to bat. Kruger 0 for 1, a strikeout victim. Edco gave up a run in the top of the first inning. Looking to bunt is, once again, Kruger, who pops it up. That it will be foul as it heads toward the on-deck circle. The Edco on-deck circle at the third base line falls harmlessly away as Everett gave chase along with Helmrichs, but out of their reach. So Kruger attempted to bunt and came up short.
Yep, still trying to get that runner over to scoring position.
0-1 for, once again, the 2 spot for Starmont. Eccleston rocks back the 0-2 pitch, trying to check her swing, and checking the swing, by the way, is Kruger, I should say, and the pitch is high, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Helmrichs, a snap throw down to the first baseman in Lauren Kirby covering the bag, but back in there easily is the runner for Starmont. 1-1 pitch, that's a called strike on the inside, and the count goes to now a ball and 2 strikes. Shepley, again, the runner at first base right now for Starmont. 1 out, ball and 2 strikes now to Kruger. 1-2 pitch, swings right through a pitch there that was rising up. 8th strikeout recorded there by Eccleston. She has recorded every out via the strikeout, and with 2 outs, Josie Munger comes up to bat.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing, Dan. We haven't seen an out recorded other than a strikeout.
Defense shining bright tonight for Edco right now. I haven't had to make a play. Josie Munger, an infield single, and scored the lone run for Starmont in the first inning. She's 1 for 1. Takes the pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. So Eckelceder gets ahead on the 3-hitter for Starmont. 0-1 pitch, and Eckelceder, that gives up a base hit. That's into center field as it ends on the edge of the infield in towards right center field. Quickly picked up by Kirby, brings it back into the infield. Josie Munger has her second hit, the third hit for the Vikings, and Shepley advances to second base.
Yeah, Josie Munger doing a great job just getting the ball in play and finding some green grass.
Kind of blooped it into right center field. So Billy Joe Schleter is up to bat. An infield single for Schleter to reach base in the first inning. Takes the pitch there. It is a strike in the inside, and the count is 0-1. But for Starmont, 2 on, you've got one of your top hitters up to bat. This is what you're looking for.
Yep, this is big.
0-1. Eckelceder delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swinging through the inside pitch there was Schleter. Just couldn't get to it on the inside, and the count goes to 0-2.
And just a little bit behind that one.
Eckelceder would like to make quick work of things and get out of this. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Change up, followed up against the backstop. We'll do it again with a count 0-2. So this is the 4-hitter for Starmont. Shepley is at second. Munger at first base, but there is 2 outs for Starmont here in the 3rd inning. Eckelceder looks to work now, and here is your 0-2 pitch, and Schleter hits a high pop-up, foul territory. Everett near the fence, leans up against it, and the ball goes off the glove right in front of the fence, just past third base. Couldn't squeeze it in. Ball ends up in foul territory, but new life for Schleter.
Yeah, tough play there. The fence is right at your hip level there, and just wasn't able to squeeze that one.
Yeah, it would have been a good catch, but she was navigating that fence at the end of the Edco dugout about 10 feet down the line. So we'll do it again with the count 0-2. 0-2 pitch to Schleter. Swings right through the changeup on the outside. That's the 9th strikeout for Eckelceder. And that does it for Starmont as they threaten in the top of the 3rd. No runs a hit. They strand 2. We've played 2.5, and it's 5-1. Edco in the lead.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
So we now go here to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And again, our score, it is 5-1. Once again, Edco in the lead. They'll send up McKenna Hofer, Maren Gall, Chloe Everett to lead things off 5, 6, and 7 in the Vikings lineup. They scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second, did that without a hit, and now up to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd after giving up a run in the top of the 1st. McKenna Hofer popped out to second, takes the pitch upstairs. The count is 1-0. Starmont, 1 run. Starmont has 3 hits, so a positive there. Now they have struck out 9 times for outs, but making at least some contact here. And 5 runs, 4 hits. Here's a slow bouncing ball. Third baseman charges at Kruger halfway up the line, picks it up there, and that ball just unable to get to it. It's a foul ball up the third base line. So Kruger got to it and was able to just eat it there, and the count 0-1.
Yeah, those close plays to the line, we just can't tell if they're fair or foul.
And our umpire made the call as down the line was Hofer. Takes the pitch outside. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Shade continued to make its way towards right field right now. In about another inning and a half, the right fielder will be in shade and the rest of the field will be in sun. 1-1 pitch. Changeup that stays high and away outside. And it's 2 balls and a strike. What you like to see, Starmont, and you see this with Edco as well, girls moving with every pitch.
Yep.
Outfielders moving like they should. And here's a bouncing ball right to the second baseman. Able to stay down there is Popham. Fields it, throws it to the first baseman, Wessels. And Hofer bounces out to second for out number 1. Routine ground ball for the second baseman.
Yeah, Starmont's done a really nice job since that first inning here of just getting outs.
Maren Gall now up to bat. Gall is 1 for 1 with a base hit and an RBI, and later scored as part of that 4-run first inning. Takes the pitch outside there. The count is 1-0. Benelli Meyer, the catcher, has had to work hard as Munger's been able to move the ball around. And she falls behind on Gall. 1-0 pitch, and Gall lines a deep shot into left center field, and that's going to roll to the fence. It's extra bases. Gall goes into second base. It is a stand-up double with 1 out. Vikings with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Gall hit that one right on the barrel of the bat. Really, really good hit there.
So Chloe Everett now up to bat. A 1-out double by Marin Gall. Everett singled her last at-bat, and the Vikings threatening again for the 3rd inning in a row. Everett and Stainer reach base, the 7 and 8 hitters, back in the 1st inning to continue the inning, so they have gotten production up and down the lineup. First pitch to Everett, it's high and outside, and the count goes to 1-0. So Edco put up a crooked number in the 1st inning, 1 in the 2nd, and threatening again here in the 3rd. 1-0 pitch, and that ball's lined to right field. Allie Curtis able to go towards the line, reaches up for it, makes the play one-handed, quickly gets it back into the infield, and Gall goes to second base. The throw gets by the cutoff Popham. It'll roll towards second base, and scoring all the way from second base will be Gall. So Everett flies out to right field, and error on the throw allows the run to score as Gall was taken up from 2nd to 3rd, and it's 6-1 Vikings in the lead.
Yeah, you got to make that play on that cutoff. I think she was going to get to 3rd fairly easily, but you got to keep her there.
So now 2 outs, and Emma Stainer is up to bat. Stainer hit by a pitch and fouls the first pitch up against the backstop. The count is 1-0. But the Vikings have scored again this inning. So it's now 6-1. Edco in the lead. 0-1 is the count. Now once again to Stainer. Stainer, the 8 hitter in the lineup. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Goes to a ball and a strike. That's how she got hit last time, was a pitch in the dirt. So 1-1 is now the count. Josie Munger, 3rd inning of work. Delivers now the 1-1 pitch, and that's in the dirt again. And the count goes to 2-1 as the ball scoops by Meyer. As I mentioned, Meyer getting a workout in behind the plate.
Yeah, a lot of strikes from Munger, but the balls have been, definite balls, nothing close.
So 2-0 is the count. Pitch outside, and I believe it was 3-0 now?
It's 3-1, I believe.
So 3-1 is now the count. Well, we talk about the youth of Starmont with Munger, just a freshman on the mound. Here's a 3-1 pitch and a good cut by Stainer, makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. But Meyer, your catcher, is just an 8th grader.
Yeah, so she's probably going to develop into quite a catcher, but that's a tough ask as an 8th grader.
3-2 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Stainer. Strikeout number 1 for Munger, and that does it for the Vikings in the bottom of the 3rd. A run, a hit, they leave nobody. We've played 3, 6-1, now your score. Edco in the lead.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Stars Vikings Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub Drains in Strawberry Point, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, and by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Now in the top of the 4th inning, 6-1, Edco in the lead, and quickly up to bat here, Lexi Popham, followed by Benelli Meyer and Madeline Wessels. That will be 5, 6, and 7 in the Edco line, or in the Starmont lineup. Popham is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the 1st. So here we are, halfway point of the ball game, 4th inning. Slow bouncing ball right back to the mound. Eckelceder fields it right at the tip of the shoe, picks it up and fires it to the first baseman Popham, and that's the first time that Starmont has been retired, putting the ball into play. It's out number 1.
Yeah, first out. That didn't come via strikeout there.
So Benelli Meyer is your catcher. So right now, still, Eckelceder is taking care of all 10 outs for you, regardless. So Benelli Meyer, strikeout victim, takes the first pitch high. The count is 1-0. Eckelceder was ready to go. We have a minute regulation in between innings, and she is ready to go before that minute is up. Pitch, strike on the inside, 1-1 is now the count.
Yeah, she's got her rhythm, and she just keeps it moving.
And here's now the 1-1 pitch inside. Misses just the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. So as we mentioned, the girls' softball pairings coming out. Edco getting a bye, and they don't play till July 10th. Change up, catches the inside corner of the plate, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Inside corner, evened up now. West Central and Turkey Valley play. That's who Edco will be waiting for, and they play on the 8th. Here's now the 1-2 pitch. Swinging through the upstairs pitch is Benelli. Strikeout number 10 recorded by Cedar, and that's the second out here in the 4th. Starmont goes to Clayton Ridge, in which may be the most even first-round matchup, Starmont in Class 2A.
Yeah, that should be a good game there.
Madeline Wessels, a strikeout victim, swings through the first pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 0-1. So what has happened right now is Cedar, the 3 and 4 hitters, have been able to at least make some contact for the most part, but she has mowed through the rest of the Starmont lineup. Pitch that is inside, catches the inside corner at the knees. The count goes to 0-2 rather. First pitch was away upstairs, and then she brought this one inside. So the count very quickly 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that ball fouled up the first baseline. It's actually in fair territory. Fisted up the first baseline to the first baseman Kirby, who's able to pick up the ball a step away from the bag and step on first base for the 3rd out of the inning. Stars go down, no runs, no hits, leaving nobody. 6-1, Vikings in the lead. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
Now in the bottom of the 4th inning, Edco leads by a score of 6-1. They will send up 9-1-2 in their lineup. That'll be Campbell Kirby, followed by Rachel Cedar and Caitlin Hahn. 6 runs, 5 hits for the Vikings. They have not committed an error. Starmont has 1 run, 3 hits. They have committed 1 error. Campbell Kirby popped out to the pitcher, her last at bat. So here we are already in bottom of inning number 4. First pitch to Kirby, it's upstairs. Count goes to 1-0. We mentioned this is a great sight to watch a game. You can go up the hillside here. We've got folks that are down one of the foul lines in the right field line. Pitch, strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1 is the count. But there's plenty of shade here, and a nice ballpark. 1-1 pitch, it's downstairs. Count goes to 2-1. They sunk in the dugouts a few years ago, so it makes it even better for folks sitting along the shelter area and then along the hillside. You can really see over things.
Yeah, it's perfect on the third baseline there.
2-1 pitch, called strike, catching the corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kirby, bottom of the lineup here for Edco. They have put the leadoff runner on 2 out of the 3 innings so far. 2-2 pitch, change up, slow bouncing ball. Shortstop charging it there is Curtis. Bobbled it for a second, but able to regroup. Nice strike to the first baseman Wessels, and Kirby bounces out to short for out number 1.
Yeah, nice play by shortstop there. Really strong throw to first.
And Curtis, one of the few seniors on the team for Starmont, playing one of the top positions you need defensively, makes a solid play there. Rachel Cedar now up to bat. She is 1 for 1 and takes the first pitch high. The count is 1-0. Cedar singled, and it was coming in to run for her was, again, Dugan. So Dugan has scored 2 runs, and this ball popped up out of play. First pitch she took for a ball. This one is a strike being fouled out of play, and the count is 1-1. But Cedar's been on base twice.
Yeah, then Dugan's really got some wheels there.
And Dugan is a young 8th grader, but has been the designated runner tonight. And hasn't, if you look at the stats, hasn't run a ton. And there's a called strike, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Well, I stand corrected there. I was looking at the stats for Knipper, but Dugan has scored 25 runs. Okay. So she's done plenty of running this year.
Yeah.
Change up that stays upstairs from Munger. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And
so
if you're the varsity girls track coach, you better get to know her next year.
And, of course, they're coming off a pretty successful season. So is Starmont girls track. Here's a high pop-up. Second baseman going back there in Popham. Popham cannot get to the ball. It's going to fall in fair. Eckelceder goes to second base and stays right there. It'll go as a bloop double. A long ways for Popham to go get that ball near the line. Curtis playing deep. Allie Curtis had to run for it, but it actually falls in between them. So it's a one-out double for Eckelceder.
Yeah, the wind just played tricks with that in the air. High ball that just kept drifting away from both of them.
So Caitlin Hahn is now up to bat, and again we will see Eckelceder replaced for the third time, and it will be Dugan coming in again to pinch run. Hahn is 0 for 1, hit by a pitch in the first inning, and bounced back to the mound. So that is indeed number 7 in as the runner in Dugan for the third time. And looking to square the bunt is Hahn. She bluffs it. Off and running is Dugan. There's not a throw down. The ball went off the mitt of Meyer, and Dugan goes into third base there and gets a stolen base after the double by Eckelceder. And Caitlin Hahn, the number 2 hitter, taking that pitch for what was a called strike. So 0-1. The 0-1 offering. Hahn swings right through it, and the count goes to 0-2. Vikings have scored every inning so far and threatening to score again here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, strikeout would be huge here if Munger could get it.
And to the 0-2 pitch to Hans. Slow bouncing ball right side of the infield. That's going to score a run. Charging it is Popham. The throw to first. It is not in time. Hahn with tremendous speed down the line beats it out for an infield single. Run scores from third, and it's 7-1 Vikings in the lead.
Yeah, Hahn's got good speed there as well. So, yeah, that track team's looking good for next year.
It just got past the mound, and Popham did a great job hustling to it and trying to get it over to first base, but Hahn just better speed down the line. Audrey Helmrich takes the pitch. Hahn off and running. Here's the throw to second. It's not in time. Hahn with a pop-up slide into second base. Covering the bag was Keely Curtis, but it is a stolen base, and Hahn into scoring position as Helmrich took that pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1.
And just showing their speed there, Edco is, because that wasn't a bad throw at all by the catcher there.
Helmrich swings right through a pitch at eye level. The count is 0-2. Helmrich's a quiet 0 for 2 in this ball game for Edco. So, and she has been, again, around 500 all year. 0-2 is the count. 0-2 pitch, fouls it up against the backstop. The count goes to 0-2. We talk about Meyer, an 8th grader catching for Starmont. Remember, Helmrich has been behind the plate for Edco forever.
Yeah, they're going to miss her next year, but season's not done yet.
And 0-2 is the count. 0-2 changeup, it's outside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So, at second base, Hahn, after that stolen base to move into scoring position. And the count is, again, a ball and 2 strikes to Helmrich. 1-2 pitch, pops it up again. Munger, now Meyer goes into foul territory behind the plate, calls for it, and makes the play for out number 2. Helmrich fouls out to the catcher in foul territory for a big out number 2. She's 0 for 3, a rarity.
Yeah, that's a surprise. As many base runners as they've had, that Helmrich hasn't been one of them.
Claire Alvis is up to bat. Alvis with a triple and scored a run and flew out to center field. Runner still in scoring position, takes the pitch downstairs. Ball dropped by the catcher Meyer, scoots by her. She's having some problems finding it, but it's over to her left. By the time she picks it up, Hahn has advanced to third base on a pass ball. And taking the pitch low was Alvis. So Alvis has another RBI situation. Helmrich, by the way, has driven in a run in this game, though. Despite the 3 hitless at-bats, takes the pitch upstairs. The count goes to 2-0. 1 run on the board here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Vikings scoring 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Pitch high and away to Alvis. The count is 3-0. You've got a base open. Probably not a bad idea to not give Alvis anything too nice.
Yeah, especially 3-0 right here. You maybe you nibble a corner, but nothing down the middle, I don't think.
So 3-0 is now the count. And Munger will try to battle back. She's only walked 1. 3-0 pitch, it's in the dirt. Scoots by the catcher Meyer, and off and running is Hahn, who immediately saw it go by the catcher. That'll be a pass ball. Hahn scores from third. There's 2 on the board here for Edco, and they now lead by a score of 8-1 here in the 4th.
Yeah, just really good awareness by Hahn there, and we really see the speed that Edco has at the top of the order.
So Alvis draws the second walk, and now up to bat is McKenna Hofer. Hofer, also a rare 0 for 2 in this ball game. That's the second walk, as we mentioned, issued by Munger. McKenna Hofer popped out to second, bounced out to second. Alvis off and running on the first pitch. She is. Here's Myers, throw to second, not in time. And again, a nice pop-up slide by Alvis. And covering the bag is Curtis, but not nearly in time. And not a bad throw by Meyer.
Yeah, again, she's doing a good job behind the plate there. As an 8th grader, she's going to get stronger, and she's going to make that play in a year.
And Hofer took the first pitch for a called strike. This pitch gets by the catcher, Meyer. This will be a wild pitch. And advancing to third base will be Alvis. So Alvis stealing second, now advancing to third. But there is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Starmont just trying to limit the damage right now. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 pitch to Hofer. She lines that ball into center field. That's a base hit and an RBI for McKenna Hofer. 3 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 4th, and it's now 9-1 Vikings in the lead.
Yeah, this is kind of reminiscent of that first inning where Starmont got to 2 outs but just could not get that third out.
Marin Gall is up to bat. Gall is 2 for 2. She has singled in a run and scored and doubled and scored. So Gall up to bat, another big bat for the Vikings, and she fouls that ball up against the backstop, and the count is 0-1. So 3 runs on the board for the Vikings after scoring 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. They have had 3 hits this inning, so that puts them at a total of 8 hits. But it's always good to score more runs and you have hits, right?
Yeah, that's you're doing something right.
And 0-1 pitch to Gall, change up, takes it outside, and it's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-2. So Munger trying to limit the damage as Gall is the 7th batter to hit this inning for the Vikings. And Munger delivers now the 1-2 pitch, and swinging right through it is Gall. It is strikeout number 2 recorded by Munger, and that does it for the Vikings in the bottom of the 4th. But they pick up 3 runs in the inning. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 1. We've played 4, and it's now once again 9-1. Edco leads Starmont.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Robertson.
Stars Viking Softball is brought to you in part by J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. This is KEDR AM and FM, Elkader, Iowa. Now in the top of the 5th inning, 9-1, Edco in the lead. Lexi Anderson, Allie Curtis, followed by the top of the lineup in Keeley Curtis to lead things off for the Stars here in the top of the 5th inning. As we quickly move along, first pitch to Anderson is a strike. The count is 0-1. Anderson is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim, hits a bouncing ball. Shortstop Alvis cannot get to it as she reached over towards second base, and that is the 4th base hit for the Stars. And Lexi Anderson with a leadoff single here in the 5th for Starmont.
Yeah, when Starmont's put the ball in play, good things have happened. They just, too many strikeouts.
Allie Curtis is now up to bat. Curtis walked her last time. And Curtis re-entering the game here in this situation. Remember, she was replaced early. Looks to bunt, takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. Shepley came into courtesy run, or pinch run, actually, for Curtis. But I believe we have Curtis back up there now. First pitch high, count is 1-0. Stars putting the leadoff runner on for the first time in this game. Swinging through the upstairs pitch is Curtis, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. So bottom of the lineup up here for the Stars. They have 4 hits in this game. All of them are singles, so that's tough to string some things together. Curtis looks to bunt, lays it up the third base line, but it is foul as Everett picks it up about a 1/4 of the way up the line, trying to move the runner over, and the count goes to now ball and 2 strikes. Scoreboard says it's 0-0, but now it says it's 1-2, so they get caught up. Scoreboard behind us, so we really haven't to rely on it just too much tonight. And nobody out. 1-2 pitch to Curtis. Swings right through a pitch at about eye level. It was rising up. Strikeout number 11 by Enkelceder, which I believe gives her 200 for the season. And Keeley Curtis is now up to bat, the top of the lineup.
Yeah, she's a strikeout pitcher, no doubt about it.
Keeley Curtis is 0 for 2. She has struck out twice. Still a runner at first base. Curtis takes a good, healthy cut at an inside pitch. Could not turn around on it. And the count goes to 0-1. Runner at first base in Anderson. Top of the lineup up here for Starmont. And Eckelceder rocks. 0-1 pitch, taking it high, and a snap throw down to first base. Taking it high is, again, Keeley Curtis. They snap throw to first base, but easily back in there underneath the tag is Anderson, as the throw to Kirby came there from Helmrichs, the catcher. Just enough to let you know I realize you're out there.
Yep.
And 1-1 pitch, and that's a high fly ball. This is to deep left field, and that ball is going to roll in one hop the fence. It's extra bases for Keeley Curtis, but having to hold late there and going into third base is Anderson. It's a double. Anderson had to make sure the ball wasn't caught, so kind of held off at first base, so a late start. Now there's 2 in scoring position for Starmont with 1 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, great hit there by Keeley Curtis. Just really roped that ball to left field.
Caitlin Hahn did a great job of hustling to get the ball basically off a hop off the fence and get it in to at least hold that runner at third. And that brings up now here the Kruger, who hits a bouncing ball to the first baseman, and that ball's going to slide through by Lauren Kirby, and that's going to bring in a run from third. So scoring is Anderson. Kruger is safe. I didn't see the play there. Base hit or an error?
Base hit, yep, right between first and second baseman.
I was writing down what was all happening before. So Anderson scores. Curtis goes to third, and it's now 9-2 here, as Starmont has their now 3rd hit of the inning.
Yeah, they got something going here.
And that brings up now Josie Munger, who is 2 for 2. Squares to bunt. They send the runner. They'll concede Kruger second base, as looking back to third is Helmrichs, and they make sure Curtis stays there at second base. So there's now 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Base hits, and you've got yourself thinking of a different ball game right now. First pitch taking was a strike, by the way, for Munger, and swings right through that pitch there. The count is 0-2. Munger singled and scored in the first, a single in the third. She is 2 for 2. Chance to help herself out here, the pitcher for Starmont. 0-2 pitch, high chopper, shortstop Alvis charges it. Her only play is to first. They'll get the out there. The runner scores from third in Curtis. Kruger waits for the throw to go across the diamond. She'll advance to third. So Munger, a positive at-bat, bounces to the shortstop but drives in a run, and there's 2 on the board. It's now 9-3, Edco in the lead.
Yeah, like we said, when they put the ball in play, really good things have happened.
And this is a much better hitting game for Starmont than the other night against Maquoketa Valley. Billy Joe Schleter is 1 for 2 with a base hit. It also flew out to right field, takes the first pitch for a ball. Runner on third, 2 outs here for Starmont in the 5th. Pitch to Schleter, tried to check her swing, but broke it at the wrists, and the count is 0-2. Schleter a single in the first, struck out in the third. The top hitter for Starmont in the cleanup spot has a runner in scoring position, but behind on the count at 0-2. 0-2 pitch, change up, bouncing ball, foul up the third base line against the Edco dugout, and we'll do it again with a count 0-2. So Eckelceder, again, you would think at the strikeout stats here that Starmont hasn't put the ball into play, but Starmont has 6 hits.
Yeah, they've hit the ball. When they've hit it, they've gotten base hits.
0-2 pitch, knocked down by Eckelceder, recovers the throw to first. It is just in time to get Schleter. Just went a step away. She's able to recover and throw out Schleter by half a step at first base for the 3rd out of the inning. But for the Stars, 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits. They leave a runner. We've played now 4.5, and it is 9-3, Edco in the lead.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Now in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Starmont has scored 2 runs in the top of the 5th to make it 9-3. And a good play by Eckelceder to end things in the top of the 5th, Coach.
Yeah, she knew exactly how much time she had. She didn't, rush over to pick that ball and make a mistake. She took her time and made a strong play and got the out.
So Chloe Everett leads things off, followed by Emma Stainer and Campbell Kirby. The first pitch to Stainer was actually Everett was a ball. This pitch is outside. The count is a called strike, and the count evened up at 1-1. So 6 hits for Starmont in the game, despite the fact they have struck out 11 times. Reaching for it is Everett. Slow bouncing ball back to Munger. Picks it up, fires a strike to the first baseman Wessels, and it's 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Emma Stainer, the second baseman, is now up to bat, the number 8 hitter. Stainer 0 for 1, hit by a pitch, and struck out in the 3rd. So they get the leadoff hitter out for the now 3rd inning in a row. And this is the 8th spot in the lineup. Stainer, tough pitch to get to, above eye level, could not get to it, and the count is 0-1. So Munger in her 5th inning of work. She has allowed a total of 8 hits so far. Changeup that's in the dirt. The count is now a ball and a strike. But Starmont hitting the ball almost as well as Edco in this game. The difference is Edco's been a little more productive putting the ball in play.
Yeah, and base running I think has been a little bit better maybe by Edco as well.
1-1 pitch, high fly ball slicing down the right field line. Curtis gives chase. That'll be well out of her reach as it one-hops the fence down the right field line. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. So bottom of the 5th inning. Curtis now in the shadows in right field. As the night goes on, pretty by the second game, you'll see part of the infield probably underneath the shade, and then lights on after that here in Colesburg. 1-2 pitch, changeup, bouncing ball, third baseman Kruger drops it, recovers, strong throw to first base just in time, and they get out Stainer by half a step at first base. Kruger knocked the ball down, and it was right in front of her, and a heck of a throw to first base.
Yeah, real strong throw there. Great play by the third baseman.
Campbell Kirby now up to bat. Kirby is 0 for 2. Popped out to the mound and bounced out to short. So 2 quick outs. Starmont hasn't had a 1-2-3 inning. Pitch to Kirby upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. But after scoring 2 runs in the 5th, they are hoping to put a goose egg on the board for Edco here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, you take away that first inning, and it's a little bit different game.
A 1-0 pitch up against the backstop. The count goes to a ball and a strike. Yeah, 4 runs on the board for Edco in that first inning. And again, they were able to manufacture some runs with 2 outs in that inning.
Right, yeah, they had a chance to get out of that with just the first 2 batters scoring.
Bouncing ball, hit to the second baseman, charging it is Poppin. It's a slow roller. She'll barehand it, flip it to Wessels for the 3rd out of the inning. Vikings go down in order. We've played 5. Still 9-3, Edco in the lead.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
Stars Viking Softball is brought to you in part by Prestige Day Spa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Now in the top of the 6th inning, 9-3, Edco in the lead. For Starmont to lead things off here, Lexi Popham, Benelli Meyer, and Madeline Wessels, I should say. That'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the Stars lineup. Popham is 0 for 2, a strikeout victim. Bounce back to the mound, takes the first pitch for a ball. Another rise ball that sails away from Eckelceder there, and the count goes to 2-0. She has not been behind very often tonight.
No, she's done a good job of just going after these batters.
She has walked 1 and struck out 11 in 5 innings. This ball sliced up against the backstop. We'll do it again now with the count 2 balls and a strike. But Eckelceder has allowed 6 hits and 3 runs, and those 3 runs, by the way, are earned.
Yeah, kind of surprising.
And Edco hasn't had to make a lot of plays defensively, so it's been feast or famine, really, for Starmont at the plate. 2-1 pitch, slicing down the right field line, and Coach Curtis on the first base line, the assistant coach for Starmont, gets out of the way of that, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was just a few feet from being an extra base hit there.
2 balls, 2 strikes, evened up to the leadoff spot here, the first batter up in the top of the 6th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Eckelceder delivers now the 2-2 pitch, followed up against the backstop. Better at bat, certainly for Popham this time, who made the play at second base to close the inning and a good hustle on a slow roller. So we'll do it again with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eckelceder walked back behind the mound, now steps right back on, delivers the 2-2 pitch. It's a changeup, just misses away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Eckelceder has only walked 1 in this game. Again, that's not a problem. She's, for the most part, averaging about 2 walks a game, if that. 3-2 pitch, swings right one through the knees there. A low pitch offered by Eckelceder. Popham could not get to it. It's strikeout number 12 and out number 1 here in the 6th.
Yeah, like you said, it's been feast or famine. A lot of strikeouts, but probably more hits and earned runs than she's used to giving up as well.
But Nellie Meyer now up to bat. Meyer is 0 for 2. She has struck out twice in this game. So Meyer, with 1 out, after Starmont scored 2 runs in the 5th inning, leadoff hitter retired here, and Meyer takes a cut at an inside pitch, cannot get to it. The count is 0-1. Eckelceder continuing to do a good job of just moving things around.
Yeah, she does. She knows what she's doing out there.
0-1 pitch, and that ball's lined off the glove of the third baseman in fair territory. As it goes off the glove of Everett, it'll scoot into left field, and going all the way to second base and sliding in safe is Meyer. The 7th hit by the Stars in this ballgame, as Meyer hit it on a rope. Great effort by Everett, just went off the top of the glove as she reached up for it.
Yeah, if she's an inch or 2 taller, then she makes that play. She just couldn't quite get up there.
Madeline Wessels is now up to bat. Wessels is 0 for 2, but the Stars have a runner in scoring position here. That ball fouled over the backstop. The count is 0-1. You know, Starmont down 9-1 in this ball game. They've just kept scrapping.
Yeah, I think Coach Munger's got to be happy with how his girls have battled here. They've really done a nice job of getting some hits and scratching and clawing to get some runs.
0-1 pitch, that's outside, and the count it's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-2. Again, we have a belated strike call, but it's a strike nonetheless. 0-2. They keep Meyer in to run, by the way, at second base. And here's a bouncing ball underneath the glove of the first baseman, Kirby. Reached over to her right, could not get it. They'll wave Meyer from third, but then pull the brakes late as she turns the corner. A base hit for Wessels. Meyer stops at third, and there's runners on the corners now with 1 out for Starmont here in the 6th.
Yeah, they're really doing a nice job these last 2-3 innings of really putting the bat on the ball and finding spots, and just, you know, nothing super hard hit other than Keely Curtis, but finding openings and getting base hits.
Lexi Anderson is up to bat. She is 1 for 2. And the other thing is, this is the bottom of the lineup getting some production. They look to bunt. They send the runner from first to second, and Edco will concede second base. They'll throw it to Eckelceder, as that pitch was called a ball. Anderson squared to bunt, but she was just bluffing, and the count goes to 1-0. So 2 in scoring position for Starmont here in the 6th inning. Pitch at the knees, catches the inside corner for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Anderson, we mentioned 1 for 2, struck out in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 5th inning. A good opportunity for Starmont here. And swinging through the inside pitch is Anderson. A ball and 2 strikes. You're asking your 8 and 9 hitters to come through here for Starmont here in the 6th.
Yeah, and Anderson did last inning, but yeah, she's got to do it again here.
So behind on the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Eckelceder's 1-2 pitch. Swinging through the inside pitch is Anderson. Strikeout number 13 recorded by Eckelceder, and a big out number 2 here in the 6th.
Yeah, huge out, especially considering Anderson had a nice base hit last inning.
Allie Curtis now up to bat. Curtis is 0 for 1. Walked in a strikeout victim, the young 8th grader, the number 9 hitter, up to bat and takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. One of 4 8th graders in the Starmont lineup. So the future, you keep those kids together, you could see some good things happening down the road.
Absolutely. 2 of them with hits this inning.
Curtis fouls that one on a play, and the count goes to 0-2. But that always is the big issue, no matter what team you have.
Yeah, it seems just we haven't seen a ton of seniors this summer playing softball.
Edco, one of those teams that has their upperclassmen back out. 1-1 pitch, called strike in the outside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. So Allie Curtis, the number 9 hitter, behind on the count, and it is again a ball and 2 strikes. Eckelceder trying to get out of this without any damage. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Allie Curtis. Swings right through it. So with runners on second and third, getting back-to-back cases, Eckelceder and ends the threat here in the top of the 6th inning. For the Stars, no runs, 2 hits. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 9-3, Edco in the lead.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency. 9-3 is our score. Edco in the lead, and they'll send up the top of the lineup here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Rachel Eckelceder, Caitlin Hahn, Audrey Helmrichs, and those three spots, in particular Eckelceder and Hahn, have combined to reach base 5 times and score 5 runs. Eckelceder's been replaced. She's been on base 3 times, and Dugan has come in to courtesy run for her and has scored 3 of those runs for Edco. So they start with the top of the lineup. 9-3 is our score. Stars missing out on a golden opportunity in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, they did a nice job. Bottom of the order, just weren't able to scratch those runs across.
That's a team that continues to battle, though. And again, Eckelceder, Hahn, and Helmrichs due up here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Later stages of this game. If you're looking ahead to Starmont to the top of the seventh inning, they'll send up the top of their lineup. But the trail right now, 9-3. Edco has scored 4 of the 5 innings in the game. Eckelceder took the first pitch for a ball inside, this one inside as well, and the count goes to 2-0.
Yeah, last inning they had a 1-2-3 inning, so they're looking for that again.
And that was the first time that happened. That's 4 in a row, retired by Munger, her biggest stretch in this game. 2-0 pitch, it's high to Eckelceder, count goes to now 3-0. So Eckelceder, 3-0, green light, what do you think?
I think she's just too good of a leadoff hitter. I think she's going to take the walk if it's there.
3-0 pitch, she's taking it, it's high, it's ball number 4. So Eckelceder has reached base all 4 times, and Dugan comes in once again as the courtesy runner.
And I think if Dugan's running for you, a walk is almost like a double there.
Yeah, she was jumping on every pitch and able to get into scoring position all 4 times she's been up. This is a change for Edco. They moved Eckelceder recently to the top of the lineup, and it has really helped them out offensively.
She's got a good eye there and doesn't seem to be afraid to take a walk.
Caitlin Hahn is now up to bat, the number 2 hitter. Hahn squares to bunt. She's bluffing. Off and running is Dugan. The throw not in time. She's able to slide into second base there as the throw in front of the bag to Curtis covering the bag, and Dugan has swiped another base.
Yeah, and again, a good throw by Meyer, but Dugan just too fast.
Hahn, 1 for 2. She's been on base twice. Hit by a pitch, scored a run, bounced back to the mound, and singled in a run in the 4th inning. Took the first pitch. That was a called ball. 1-0 pitch to Hahn. Pops it up, and that'll make it over the Starmont dugout, just clearing it up the first base side. 1-1 is the count. Runner in scoring position in Dugan. So Dugan has been on base 4 times as the courtesy runner, and I have her for 3 stolen bases in this game. 1-1 pitch in the knees, low, and they looked the runner back at second base as Meyer brought it out in front of the plate. Looking the runner back and heading back to the bag is once again Dugan. And 2-1 is now the count. 2-1 offering to Hahn, takes it inside, ball dropped by Meyer, off and running is Hahn. Here's the throw to third, it is not in time. Dugan off and running. And a good throw by the catcher Meyer made it close, but the tag not in time from Kruger. And moving into third base is Dugan on the stolen base.
Yeah, and again, just showing off her speed there.
And pitch to Hahn, and this ball is going to scoop by the catcher Meyer, and scoring standing up without the play to the plate is Dugan. Play was late to the plate as Dugan had already crossed. That is a wild pitch. It'll score the 10th run for Edco, and they lead now 10-3. So that was all speed on the base paths there for Edco.
Yeah, these top 2 hitters, just too much speed.
Hahn with the count 3-2 follows that one back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. If you're Starmont, after getting beat 11-0 and 16-0 to Maquoketa Valley the other night, a better performance tonight against a team that is ranked in Class 1A.
Yeah, I don't think they've played poorly at all tonight.
3-2 pitch, Hahn bouncing ball, shortstop Curtis able to field it. Keeley Curtis, nice throw, caught it between second and third, right up the line, throws a strike to the first baseman Wessels, and Hahn bounces out to short for out number 1.
Yeah, good play by Curtis. Just ate that up, strong throw to get the speedy Hahn.
Audrey Helmrichs is now up to bat. Helmrichs, as we mentioned, a rare 0 for 3 and hasn't put the ball out of the infield yet. First pitch to Helmrich, fouls it up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. Pops out to the pitcher in the first at-bat. Bounced back to the mound, but it did bring in a run in the second inning for an RBI, then popped out to the catcher.
I think that's the most surprising thing in this game, that she hasn't hit it past the circle.
And here is now the pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. But the always dangerous hitter for Edco, and it is just a rare off night.
Yeah, and you have those, and she's capable of changing that right here.
A 1-1 pitch, and she lifts a high pop-up into the infield, and that ball, second baseman going for it, pop-em, it's out of her reach, going to fall in. It'll look like a line drive in the book, but it's a bloop single into right center field, and a one-out single there for Audrey Helmrichs.
Yep, and there you go, there's her single. Not especially hard to hit, but good enough for a base hit.
We will have a courtesy runner in for Helmrichs, and it can be just something like that.
Yeah.
That just leads her on another 6 for 10 or 7 for 10 run.
Yep, game 2, maybe she goes 4 for 4. You never know.
And again, Claire Alvis is up to bat. We'll try to find out who the courtesy runner is for Edco for you, and this will be for Helmrichs. Dugan is the courtesy runner for the pitcher Eckelceder. Pitch upstairs, count goes to 1-0. Number 11 is our pinch runner, and that will be Smeltzer in the game for Edco. Number 11 is Addie Smeltzer. So Smeltzer in to run for Helmrichs. Here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop Curtis flips to second base. They get one there. Popham will just eat it right there, getting the force out, and retired is Smeltzer at second base. Alvis safe on the fielder's choice for out number 2. Heady decision there by Popham. She had no chance to turn 2 there. And Keely Curtis has fielded her position well, the shortstop.
She's done a really nice job. She's a nice player there at shortstop, and really good solid hit earlier as well.
I believe we only have Starmont with 1 error in this ball game. And here's a ball that has popped up. Second baseman Popham tried to make a shoulder catch, Willie May style, over her shoulder going into shallow right field, but unable to hang on to it. Just like Helmrichs hit, this one about 2 feet closer. Popham could not get to it. Runners on the corners. Hofer has her second base hit of the game.
Yeah, that's just a really tough play, especially with how the wind's blowing. She got completely turned around. Still tried to stay with it and almost able to make
Alvis
it.
to third, Hofer to second, and here's the pitch to Gall. High fly ball, shallow right field. Curtis on the run, cannot get to it. Falls in foul just on the right side of the line, about 1/4 of the way down the line in right field. So Curtis had a long ways to go, and that ball just missing the foul line by about a foot.
Yeah, the wind is playing havoc with things over on the first base side of second base.
So Marin Gall gets new life. And she lines that ball into right field, right at Curtis. It's going to scoot right by her. It's going to roll towards the fence. It's extra bases. 2 runs will score. Alvis scores. Hofer waved around from third. She'll score. Gall goes into third base. It is a stand-up triple and 2 RBIs. And just like that, it's 12-3. The Vikings have the 10-run limit standing at third.
Yep, big inning here all of a sudden by Edco. Again, the wind is just really tough in right field here.
And that ball was hit hard by Gall. Gall is 3 for 4, has a triple, a double, and also a single, has driven in a run. So up to bat is Chloe Everett, who is 1 for 3, takes the first pitch for a ball. Everett is singled, flew out to right field, bounced back to the mound. Starmont doesn't want that runner to score from third, or this game is over. Over the backstop area, the count is 0-1.
Yeah, they'd like to get the top of their order up here again.
And Edco, you can see what their lineup can do. We saw this in the first inning, and here's another big inning in the sixth, I should say.
Yep, a chance to get out of it after 2 outs.
Bouncing ball, Popham bobbles it, but able to knock it down, picks it up, feeds it to the first baseman Wessels, and we'll get to the 7th inning as Everett bounces out to third. But for Edco, 3 runs in the inning. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 1. We go to the top of the 7th. Now 12-3, Edco in the lead.
Alameda Clayton REC provides more than just energy. They also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Nearly 2 in 5 U.S. homeowners will put themselves and others at risk this year by digging without calling 811 beforehand. Always contact 811 before digging to avoid service disruptions caused by damaged buried utilities. At Alameda Clayton REC, they care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connection. Alameda Clayton REC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Top of the 7th inning. Here we go. 12-3 is the score. Edco in the lead. Top of the lineup up for Starmont here after Edco scores 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Kaylee Curtis, senior, up to bat. Curtis is 1 for 3, doubled and scored her last at bat, and the count is very quickly 0-1. And she lines that ball. One hop to the shortstop, Alvis. Long throw across the diamond, and they get Curtis by a step at first base. The ball kind of settled down on the drive to Alvis, who makes a nice play to her right for out number 1.
Yeah, nice play there by Alvis. Got a nice hop and took advantage of it.
Julia Kruger is up to bat. Kruger is 1 for 3 in this ball game, singled in a run in the 5th inning. So Starmont has put up 3 runs in this ball game. They have a total of 8 hits, so that's been a positive. And there's a strike called right away to Kruger, the number 2 hitter. So they are 2 outs away, Edco is, from picking up their 14th conference win. And here's the pitch upstairs. The count goes to 1-1. Al Burnett and North Lynn, a couple of outstanding softball teams on this side of the Tri-Rivers West. And the count is 1-1 to Kruger. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner, catches it, called strike, and the count is 1-2. And Starmont forced to play a brutal schedule in the Tri-Rivers Conference.
Especially with as young as they are.
Yep. Tough conference to be young in. Ball that is fisted down the first base line. That'll make it up the fence, even with first base, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Ecclesteter has allowed 14 hits. Has 14 strikeouts, but has allowed 8 hits tonight.
Yeah, it's quite a few for her.
And it's rare you can say that she's been dominant with the strikeouts, but not necessarily giving up 3 runs tonight.
Yeah, and I think, credit to Starmont. They're putting the bat on the ball, finding the open spots, and doing a nice job.
1-2 pitch was high. Count now 2-2. Here's a changeup. Fisted to the shortstop, Alvis, who drops the ball, coming in to make the play. The first error defensively for Edco tonight, as Alvis just had that ball kind of hang up there, did not squeeze it in, and a one-out base runner here in the 7th.
Yeah, kind of a funny spin on that. Maybe the wind playing tricks with it and just wasn't able to squeeze it.
Brings up Josie Munger up to bat. Munger is 2 for 3. Singled and scored. Singled in the 3rd inning. Bounced out to short, but did drive in a run. Takes a pitch at the knees outside. The count is 1-0. But Munger's had 3 quality at-bats this game.
Yeah, she's done a nice job at the plate.
So 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Stars trailing 12-3 right now. Looking to bunt is Munger. She bluffs. They're sending the runner. Here's the throw to second base. It scoots into center field. Alvis did not decide to run into Kruger there to try to go get that ball, in a good decision, playing for future days, because that would have been a nasty collision. Kruger with a stolen base. The play backed up well by Campbell Kirby, who quickly got the ball back into the infield.
Yeah, throw on the right side of second base, and Edco had the rotation on for the bunt, so no one there to cover.
And here's the pitch to Munger. She took the first pitch for a ball. Second one was a strike. The 3rd pitch there is low, and the count goes to 2-1. So Starmont, a runner in scoring position. These last 3 innings have been their best at-bats in this game. Here's a ball that has popped up near the Starmont dugout. Giving chase is going to be Lauren Kirby, but that'll make it past the Starmont. The Starmont dugout. She'll run out of room, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, 5th, 6th, 7th innings. Starmont's done just a great job of putting the bat on it.
And we're evened up now. Here's the 2-2 pitch inside, and Munger swings through the changeup. Strikeout number 15 by Ecclesteter, and it's out number 2 here in the 7th inning.
Good pitch by Ecclesteter, just pulling the string on that one.
Billy Joe Schleter now up to bat with a runner in scoring position with Kruger. Schleter is 1 for 3, singled, and also struck out and bounced back to the mound. Takes the first pitch, that's a strike on the outside. The count is 0-1. Starmont down to their final out here as Edco looks to pick up victory number 23 on the season. 0-1 pitch. Here's Ecclesteter's 0-1 offering. It's upstairs. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Kruger getting a jump off of second base, but Edco right now just focused on the hitter at the plate.
I'm sure Helmerich would throw it down to third, but yeah, they're not too worried about her.
1-1 pitch outside, so Kruger getting off about halfway off of second base on every pitch. That pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. Schleter is the cleanup hitter for Starmont. And here is now Ecclesteter delivering the 1-1 pitch. And that ball popped up. Catcher Helmerich goes towards the fence, and it'll make the fence just out of her reach. And it goes as a strike. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Helmerich just ran out of room, but she got back to that ball.
Yeah, I think her glove and the ball hit the fence about the same time. And tough play.
So now the Stars are down to their final strike at 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Schleter. Eckelceder trying to finish things with a K. 2-2 pitch, outside, misses, and the count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Eckelceder, a rare pitching line. Going to throw 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, and striking out 15 right now through 6 2/3. 3-2 pitch, and it's a high pop-up. Shortstop calling for it. That is Alvis. She'll make the play, lining up between second and third, catches the pop-out for the 3rd out of the inning. But for Edco, they pick up their 23rd win of the season, 14th in the conference. They jumped out to a 4-1 lead, and they roll, defeating Starmont by a final score of 12-3. With the win, the Vikings now 23-10, 14-5 in the conference. Starmont drops to 2-18, 1-18 in the conference. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews. Your post-game show is coming up from KEDR Sports.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Stars Vikings softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Sub drains in Strawberry Point. Adverse Weather Insurance. Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. And by Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Welcome back here to Colesburg. Start to wrap things up. Edco victorious over Starmont. Final score 12-3. Edco 12 runs, 11 hits. They committed 1 error. For the Stars, 3 runs, 8 hits. They committed 1 error as well. Let's talk about defensively because a well-played game for the most part.
Yeah, both teams. I think the wind played a little havoc with the right fielders, but both teams did a pretty good job of making the plays that they needed to make.
And Eckelceder gets the win. 7 innings, 8 hits. 3 runs, walked 1, and struck out 15 in the complete game effort. Josie Munger, not a bad night at all. 7 innings, 11 hits, and made the Vikings put the ball into play. Gave up 12 runs, walked 2, and struck out 2 in this ball game. So Eckelceder gets the win on the mound for Edco. We'll go through their game stats just a bit. Hoping to talk with Coach Taylor Huber as well from Edco, but it is parents' night in between the games, so they're doing the announcements there. Our post-game show continues, and we're joined now by Starmont softball coach Jake Munger. Coach, first off here, again, as the game went on here, down 9-1, I think you love the fight of your kids in this game.
I just told them I was very happy. I never like to lose, but, Edco's got a great team, great pitcher, and Eckelceder there, but I thought we competed a lot better than we have been in the past couple weeks. Better with our bat, taking better swings at better pitches. Defensively, we had an inning or 2 there where we gave them 4 or 5 outs, and that cost us a few runs there defensively. But overall, I thought our pitching was okay. We had struggled a little bit there in a couple innings, had a couple hit batters, got behind in some counts. But, I think overall we've turned the corner a little bit as far as just competing and playing the game. We're awfully young.
Well, I think that's the big thing. This young team's still learning.
Yeah, we're still learning. They're working hard. They're a great group to be around. It's just learning the game, playing faster. It's a faster game than it is junior high for these 8th graders and some of our freshmen, where they got to, just pick up the speed of the game and know where they're going with the ball.
All right, let's talk about, obviously, offensively. Josie Munger was 2 for 4, drove in a run, scored a run for you. Let's start there.
Yeah, she's been battling pretty well at the plate all year. She likes to be in the big moment, and that's somebody we want to have in the big moment, competing like that and, getting a couple hits off. Rachel, says she's doing well at the plate. Keely Curtis, has been great all year at the plate, batting right around 500. Had a great double tonight too.
Yeah, scored a run too. Yep. And then obviously you had Kruger reaching base, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Billy Joe Schleter with a single as well. So top of the lineup producing. For you.
We're just trying, trying to get our lineup, in the best to give us the best chances to score runs, get some. Speed on the bases. We're not blessed with a lot of speed this year, but getting our girls that can run, getting them on base, and getting our hitters behind them, is key for us to be competitive.
The other thing, bottom of the lineup contributing tonight. Meyer, Wessels, and Anderson all had singles for you.
Yeah, those girls. That's what I said. They're competing. We need that bottom part of the lineup to produce, or to get a base hit here and there. I don't expect them to be 400 hitters, their first year in varsity softball as young 8th graders, but, make contact with the ball. Advanced runners, advanced runners with 1 out, that's key for us.
All right, what's coming up now here as far as game number 2? Who do you look to throw?
We're looking, we got to throw Allie Curtis. We only have 2 pitchers, Josie and her, so, there's a difference there. She's still learning the game. She's working hard. She's made a lot of improvements in last year. I told her coming in, I said, hey, you're going to be put in tough spots, as a varsity player, as an 8th grader. And but she's taking on the challenge, and she's throwing strikes. And as long as we play good defense behind her and make the outs when we can, get a ground ball, field it, throw the girl out, just basic softball.
The other thing is the pairings coming out. I don't know if you know yet, but you guys go to Clayton Ridge. Right. Now, all of a sudden, you really feel like we've got something to play for here.
I think we can play with some of those teams out of that conference. Yeah. We play a really salty schedule. Our Tri-Rivers Conference is tough. You got we play Alburnett, you play Northland, you come back play Mac Valley, you get Central City, then you come over here and you get Edco. So I think I think we can play with them, but we got a couple games before there, to get us some preparation. So we're looking forward to it.
All right, good luck. We probably will catch up with you in that ball game against Clayton Ridge. Good luck to you guys. Again, Starmont coach Jake Munger talking things over there about his Stars team. Good effort tonight. 3 runs, 8 hits, only 1 error. Good effort for them. We continue our post-game show. We're joined by Edco coach Taylor Huber. And coach, first off in this ball game, offensively tonight, good start for your team in the first inning, jumping on things early.
Yeah, it's always huge, like I said before, when Rachel can get on that first inning and Faith can steal right away. Courtesy running for her. So that was good to get the bats going early up and down the order.
Yeah, you talked about that you really feel like your team can contribute 1 through 9, and your first 7 batters all have hits in this ball game.
Yeah. I thought Marangall stepped up big in that 6th spot, especially with our 3, 4, 5, didn't have their best offensive games. Marin, I think, had 3 hits, and she had some big ones. So yeah. I've been telling them all year, like, if somebody's off, we have other people that can pick you up. So
yeah, double, a triple, and 3 RBIs for Dugan. You mentioned Rachel Eccleseder reaching base, and what a luxury it has to have the Dugan kid run, huh?
Yeah, she's a burner, 8th grader. So she'll start for us next year, and she's still learning. Has her 8th grade moments, but man, she's fast. It's a lot of fun having her, and then Kate right behind her. Kate Hahn.
She scores 4 runs. Caitlin Hahn scored 2 runs from the number 2 spot. Helmrichs and Alvis. It's funny you say this. A rare 1 for 4, 1 for 3 games for those two.
Yeah. Audrey just didn't look super comfortable tonight. We've been working on some things. But, that's going to happen, especially in a 30-some game season. She hasn't had a lot of clunkers, so even to find one is not really a clunker. So that's all right. Like I said, we picked her up.
You mentioned golf from the 6th spot. McKenna Hofer, solid number 5 for you. She was 2 for 4 with a run.
Yeah, yep, same thing. She's really coming along the last couple weeks. Sophomore too, so I've been really encouraged by her. She'll catch the next game too, and she's done a lot back behind the plate for us there too, giving Audrey some breaks.
All right, let's talk about pitching wise. We haven't even got to this yet. Rachel Eccleseder struck out 15 in this ball game. I know gave up 8 hits and 3 runs, but certainly an effort there that she was able to take care of a lot of outs for you.
Yeah, I didn't know how many she struck out, but I would have probably said she didn't have her best stuff today. Her best control maybe was not how it, usually she's putting it exactly where she wants it every time. Walking somebody on 4 pitches isn't really like her, but that just shows her tenacity that she was able to battle through that and didn't let the couple hits and couple runs affect her. So.
All right, in game number 2, who do you look to throw?
Chloe Everett will throw. I think she'll do a good job because she'll throw strikes and make them have to earn it. And we talked in the outfield, we got to be a little bit sharper defensively. I thought we were a little flat everywhere on defense and in the dugout, so hopefully we pick that up a little bit in the second game.
Yeah, when you get 15 strikeouts, they need to realize not to be on their heels.
Yep.
All right, obviously the tournament pairings came up. You guys get a bye, which was almost expected, but the good news is you'll be here at Colesburg against West Central at Turkey Valley, right?
Yep, yeah. We've seen both of them, so that's good. I think Turkey Valley didn't see Rachel, so if we see them, I can't remember who threw against West Central, but we like that matchup, and then after that, it's, we just got to keep playing well and hope we're hitting the ball by that point because I think our pitching will be solid.
All right, Coach, good luck to you. We'll catch up with you July 10th before that tournament game. Good luck.
Thank you.
Edco softball coach Taylor Huber talking things over about her Viking team as they're victorious tonight by a final score of 12-3. Let's go through the individual totals. First off for Edco. Rachel Eccleseder, the winning pitcher. 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 15. Here's the individual totals for the Vikings. Rachel Eccleseder, 2 for 2 in this game. Dugan came in a pinch run and scored 4 times. Also stole 3 bases. Caitlin Hahn, 1 for 3, scored 2 runs, drove in a run. Audrey Helmrichs, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Claire Alvis, 1 for 3, but scored 3 runs and also had a triple. McKenna Hofer, 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Marin Gall, 3 for 4, a double, a triple, 3 RBIs. Chloe Everett, 1 for 4. Emma Stainer, 0 for 2. Campbell Kirby was 0 for 3 in this ball game. 12 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Vikings. And as I'm joined by Coach Sassigan, they got off to a great start in the first inning.
Yeah, they jumped on them early. And when you're the favorite, that's what you want to do. You don't want to let the other team hang around. get on them early, and then coast from there.
All right, for Starmont, Josie Munger takes the loss. 7 innings, 11 hits, 12 runs, walked 2, struck out 2. Individually, Starmont had 8 hits. That is a positive in this game. Keely Curtis, 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Julia Kruger was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Josie Munger, 2 for 4, scored a run, drove in a run. Billy Joe Schleter, 1 for 4. Lexi Popham, 0 for 3. Benelli Meyer was 1 for 3 with a double. Madeline Wessels 1 for 3. Lexi Anderson was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Allie Curtis was 0 for 2 but did reach base in this game, as 8 of the 9 Stars actually reached base in this game, as did 8 of the 9 Vikings. For Starmont, 3 runs, 8 hits. They committed 1 error. Starmont loses this ball game, but I still think they get positive out of it.
I think there's a lot of positives if you're Starmont. You're playing one of the best teams in the state, one of the best pitchers. And they hit the ball well. They had 8 hits and 3 earned runs against her. You need to cut down some of those strikeouts, obviously, but still lots and lots of positives.
All right, this is the end of our regular season on KADR. We'll actually move to KCTN FM 100. On Saturday, July 6th, will be the start of our baseball tournament. Edco plays at Key High. That's a 7 o'clock start. It's game number 2 at New Albin. The On Deck show starts at 6:30. Again, we'll be on KCTN FM 100 for all the tournament games here as we start baseball and softball. And I believe on Monday, July 8th, tentatively right now, we'll probably do the Starmont at Clayton Ridge game in Garnavillo. A baseball score tonight. Edco beat North Fayette Valley 13-0 in 5 innings. Caden Cole with a 1-hit shutout had 6 Ks. Bryce Rochford hit a 2-run home run and sets the career record for home runs at Edco. He's just a junior, by the way.
Impressive, yeah.
So Edco beat North Fayette Valley in baseball tonight by a final score of 13-0. Again, our final score, Edco 12, Starmont 3 in high school softball. Coach, we'll see you come tournament time.
Sounds great.
For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks once again to Ty Keenan for running our studio show tonight. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KEDR AM and FM Sports.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.